I'm Claire, and I'm here to help you improve not your dance training this time, it's to help your child's dance training. It could be that you've got a younger sister or brother who dances, or you've got a child who dances and you want to help them improve their dancing, but you don't want to be overbearing, you don't want to make them go, feel that, oh gosh, I've got to go to dance practice, or I've got to practice my ballet. Yeah, you want to make it fun. So first of all, I've got some tips. First of all, big thing, make it fun. Encourage them to do the practicing, give them the space to do the practicing and the time to do the practicing, but don't feel that they have to do the practicing. It's like, you've got to go and do your scales with like trumpet playing or piano playing. Yes, when they're building up to an exam, they do need to do their practicing. There is actually a set amount of time that each exam requires for home practice, which is good because it encourages children to work on their own. Also, the only way they will really have confidence in themselves, they know the work, is when they do it on their own, because they're standing there in front of the camera or in front of their parent and they've got no one to copy, and that is when they get super confident because they're like, oh, actually I do know it. Because you'll often get children who will be constantly looking outside their eye to see what their friends are doing. So that's the reason why we do the practice. We do the practice to give them the confidence. Also, obviously, to remind their bodies to do the movements as they're being taught. So a few tips for you. So with little ones, like little primaries and pre-primaries, they don't necessarily, unless they're preparing for their exam, I'll talk about that in a minute, they don't really need to be practicing, oh, let's do our PAs. But you can do a lot that will really help them, especially in the holidays, you've got time. So take them to the park, if the weather allows. All those games like running and jumping and climbing, sliding, throwing and catching, they're all really good for helping with their ballet training. And likewise, ballet is really good for helping them do all those things as well, which are really important parts of growing up and being a child. And also, you never know what avenue they're going to go down as adults. They might be really sporty adults, and sporty, fit adults are healthy adults. So it's really good to be active as a child. So yeah, take them to the park, go running, go skipping with them. That's really tricky. Don't be shocked if your child can't skip. Yes, they do need to skip in order to do their pre-primary exam, but don't be shocked if they're struggling, because it's quite hard. It's like they need to be able to hop on one leg. That's hard work for a little one. Their muscles aren't strong yet, and their control of their core isn't strong yet. So just encourage them, hold their hand and skip along with them. Yeah, it's really, literally as simple as that, and you won't believe the difference it makes when they come to ballet class, because they've got used to doing it. When it does come to an exam, with the little ones, again, make it a game, be a really lively audience, be really super appreciative of them showing you their work. Don't worry about giving them corrections or anything like that. You can guide them, you can help them say, oh, do you remember what's next? Or, is it that one or is it this one? But you don't have to go, oh yeah, you need to, put your toes or anything like that, because they will get that from me. Yes, I can give them that feedback. And for you, you just want to be their greatest fan. Yes, they build their confidence and they get used to performing in front of you and showing you what you've done, and that's really cool. So when I'm building up an exam, I'll do it more and more in sequence. They get used to the sequence of moves, and that way they'll be like, oh yes, we do our warm-up first, or then we sit down and we do our legs and feet, and then we do our arms and head and things like that. They will start to know the flow of movement. Giving them time and space to practice is really helpful. For older children, it depends how old they are. If they're old enough to have a mobile phone, I strongly recommend, once they're at a stage where they're preparing for the exam, get the music onto their phone. So download the music, pop it on their phone, and then they have access to it. As far as practice, I know with some dancers, they might not be at their exam stage yet, so they might not have the music. So just encourage them to practice, give them the space, maybe create a little playlist with them, a little Spotify playlist of ballet music that they can use to practice. Or you can get the RAD app, yeah, and that's fantastic, and it gives them the absolute best video for them, and it shows you all the settings of their grade that they'll be working on, that they'll be building towards. So it'll be really helpful for them before they even start the exam preparation. but it will also be helpful for them when they are doing their final exam preparation, because they've got the choreography there as well. But unless it's been filmed from behind, it's going to be confusing if they try and dance at the same time as watching the video. So for older children, create a space. As they get to teenagers, they probably won't want you to watch them. I'm really sorry, but that's how it works, yeah? So again, listen to how they are, allow them the space, encourage them to do the practice, give them access to music and the time as well. But at the same time, sorry, some of them might turn around and go, I don't want you to watch me anymore. One way of avoiding that is, again, always be their champion. Yeah, always be like, oh yeah, that's lovely. And encourage them to show you and be really appreciative that they showed you what they did. You could say, thank you so much for showing me. I really enjoyed that, without actually saying either way whether it was, you know, good in your opinion or not. I think a lot of children get discouraged when parents say, oh yeah, well, why didn't you put your foot on that bit? So it's a difficult one, okay? But yeah, give the older ones space and access to the music and access to time. Take the little ones out to the park and get them running around and being really physically active as much as possible to build up the strength, so that then they can do the movements in the class. Also after class, for everybody, get them to show you what they did. Anyway, I hope that's helped. I know it's a weird one, trying to sort of help your child the best you can without making it super critical. But yeah, I hope that helps you sort of help guide your child down a path of becoming an amazing dancer, and also loving dancing and loving practicing dancing, because the more times you go into dancer mode, the easier your body will find it. It's reinforcing those neural pathways from your brain into your body to engage a core and actually stand like a ballet dancer or any dancer. Yeah, so it's all about reinforcing what they've learned in class and helping them remember, you know, help them retrieve what we worked on in the class, because obviously, yeah, that can get quite lost very easily if it doesn't get gone over during the week. Anyway, take care. If you like the video, please do like it, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends. If you love dancing yourself, we have lots of other videos of little technique tips if you want to take those home. We have some beginner videos if you've never danced, you fancy dancing. Take care, look after yourself, bye.